Hey guys, welcome back. This is video number 3, and I'm going to deal with form and dynamics, but I'm also going to review texture because one of you responded to me on the My Music Lab that texture was still a little shaky for you, and I get it. Texture is one of the more difficult things to understand. So let's start with texture and just do a quick review. Remember, there's 3 types of texture that we will, actually there's 4 that the book deals with, but I'm only going to deal with 3 right now. They are monophony, homophony, and polyphony. Get those prefixes in your head. Mono, one. Homo means the same. And poly means many. Monophony, probably the easiest texture to understand. Remember, if you know what a melody is, then you know what monophony is, because monophony is simply a single line melody. It's a melody that's being played or sung with nothing else. No harmony, no other melodies going on, just that one melody. Okay? So if I play the song Joy to the World, one note at a time, that's a melody. There was no harmony. There were no other melodies going on. That's monophony right there. Again, in your part 1, the medieval period, you're going to be studying this thing called plain chant. Plain chant was the music of the early church, and it was pretty much all monophonic. That means everybody sang the same notes and the same words. But keep this in mind. This is where people do get a little confused. I can add my voice to that melody and it still be monophonic, because as long as I'm singing the exact same melody that I'm playing. So if I go, Joy to the world, the Lord is come, it's still monophonic because I'm singing the same notes. I'm singing the same rhythms as what I play. If I add 50 more people singing the same notes and the same rhythms as that, it's still monophonic. It changes only when I add new melodies or harmony. So if I go, it's no longer monophonic because I added harmony. Remember harmony? Chords? Now it's homophonic. That's homophonic. It's the melody with harmonic accompaniment. All right? Again, I think that might be a little easier to understand. The third texture, polyphony. Yeah, that's the tough one. It's gonna challenge you when you get into part 2, Renaissance, which we'll be starting next. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start posting those assignments this week. But you'll have, after you get through the part 1 exam, you can move on to part 2, which is the Renaissance period. This is where you will be hearing very complex texture, which is polyphony. And that's the idea. I think that's the thing to get in your head, is when you listen to it and it sounds really complicated, it's probably polyphony. Polyphony, remember, many melodies. It's somebody or something playing one melody while another group is playing a different melody at the same time. And we can have 2 melodies, 3 melodies, 4 melodies, 5 melodies, 6 melodies, 8 melodies. And there are some arrangements from the Renaissance period where they are singing in 8 different melodic parts, all doing this. That's polyphony, many melodies. Again, the easiest way to remember it is think about a round. In fact, I'm going to look for a YouTube video of somebody singing a round, and I'm going to post that as an example of polyphony. But when you sing Row, Row Your Boat, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream, when you've got those 2 different melodies going on at the same time, polyphony, polyphony. Add a third group, it's more complicated polyphony. Add a fifth group, we get more complicated like that. Okay, and again, another idea is if you've got 2 different melodies going on at the same time that fit together, but they're different melodies, that's still an example of polyphony. So check back on the video, the My Music Lab, and I will add an example of a good polyphonic round for you. Okay, let's go to dynamics. Dynamics are easy. Dynamics, 2 words, loud, soft. That's what dynamics. It's simply volume. We have multiple levels of volume. The basic is simply loud and soft, so that dynamic level is forte. Well, Okay, if we just do with the two different levels right now, we'll call that forte. Whereas if I go, that's piano, that's soft. All right. However, because we can range volume in many different directions, we actually have soft to the very, very loudest, and we call these. Let's just go from softest to loudest. The softest dynamic level we call pianissimo, and it just means very soft. Pianissimo. It's a double P, two P's. If you see double P, that means pianissimo. That means the softest you can get. Well, actually, some composers use triple P's and quadruple P's, but don't worry about that right now. Double P is all you need to know. Double P, pianissimo. Then you have just piano, which is soft. It's a little louder than pianissimo. Then we have MP, which stands for mezzo piano. That means moderately soft. It's a little louder than piano, so pianissimo. Piano. Mezzo piano. Mezzo forte means moderately loud. Forte is loud. Fortissimo, the loudest. Okay, so your book will show you these symbols. Go back and look at those. Read the e-text or read your hard copy. But you've got double P, P, MP, MF, F, and double F. That's your diamond. That's your spectrum of volume from softest to loudest. So that's pretty simple. Last thing, form. I'm actually going to cover form in another video because I'm at 6 minutes and 40 seconds now, and they typically load quicker if I do short videos. So look for form in my next video.